Caribbean Sea. Two Venezuelan Su-30 fighters scream toward a U.S. Navy destroyer. 500 yards, 450 knots, 8 seconds per mile. The radios go silent. No warning, no acknowledgement, no reply. Just two jets, armed, aggressive, closing fast. One wrong move and this goes from patrol to firefight. The crew has 60 seconds to decide. Hold the line or light the fuse. Keep watching. Venezuela doesn't send trainers. They send Su-30 Mk2s, twin-engine killers built for one thing: air superiority, long range, powerful radar, anti-ship missiles that can reach out and touch you from 40 miles away. These aren't show ponies. These are war horses. America doesn't send fishing boats. They send Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, 9,000 tons of steel, Aegis radar that sees everything, SM-2 missiles that swat threats at 90 miles, and a phalanx CIWS that vomits 4,500 rounds per minute. Picture the map: north coast of Venezuela, open Caribbean beyond, sea lanes threading past Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, crowded airspace, commercial traffic, patrol aircraft, warships from a dozen nations. Intercepts happen here. Most end with a radio call and a wave. But not today. July 2019, a U.S. Navy EP-3 gets aggressively shadowed off Venezuela. Washington calls it unsafe. Caracas calls it sovereignty. Both release video. Both keep their narratives. Late 2025, Venezuelan jets make provocative passes near a U.S. destroyer during Caribbean exercises. Again, dueling stories. Again, cameras rolling. Each encounter writes the playbook for the next. At 450 knots, a jet eats a mile every 8 seconds. If a fighter cuts across your bow at a few hundred yards, you don't have time to debate. You have time to react or regret. Add national pride, old grudges, and cameras everywhere. Every wing beat becomes a statement. The most dangerous thing in the sky isn't the missile, it's the misunderstanding. It starts with two blips. Combat Information Center, CIC, is a dark room where every screen tells the same truth. The heart of it, Aegis. SPY-1 phased array radar. 4 fixed faces scanning 360 degrees, tracking everything from seagulls to satellites. 2 returns pop up south, climbing, leveling, inbound. A watchstander tags them. The system calculates: bearing, 180 degrees. Range, 25 miles. Altitude, 8,000 feet, descending. Speed, 450 knots. Closest point of approach, shrinking fast. Another system wakes up. Electronic support measures. It listens to the electromagnetic spectrum. If their radars ping, it hears. If their radios chirp, it records. IFF, identification. Friend or foe, sends a transponder query. No reply. Unknown doesn't mean enemy. It means watch closely. Time compresses. A supervisor barks updates every few seconds. The plotter sketches projected tracks. The navigator checks wind, sea state, maneuvering room. They're not planning a fight. They're planning clarity. A course so steady, so predictable, that intent is obvious. If there's a patrol aircraft nearby, or an allied radar station, their data flows in over Link 16, a tactical data network where everyone shares the same picture. Think of it like a real-time multiplayer map. Same icons, same labels, same warnings. On the bridge, the officer of the deck keeps the rudder steady. No sudden turns, no mixed signals. The bosun secures loose gear topside. A low pass at 450 knots can turn a wrench into shrapnel. Down in CIC, the air controller stands by on 2 frequencies. Guard, the emergency channel every military pilot monitors. Channel 16, the international ship-to-ship frequency. The script is simple. The tone matters. You don't yell at a closing fighter. You sound calm, professional, boring. But when do you call? Too early feeds the drama. Too late leaves no room to correct. Here's how it's supposed to go. The ship holds course. The crew keys the mic. The message goes out clean and polite. United States Navy warship operating in international waters. Maintain safe separation and altitude. Acknowledge. Polite isn't weak. Polite is strategy. Calm voices stop overreactions. Carefully chosen words leave nothing to misinterpret. No threats. No provocations. Nothing that can be clipped into tomorrow's headline. Just the rules of the road and a reminder about space. Picture the ship as a clock face. The jets approach from 5 o'clock low, about 2,500 feet altitude, then slide toward 1 o'clock high. If they cross the bow, cutting in front of the ship, they risk jet wash, turbulence, and a dangerously tight closest point of approach. The safe play, a parallel pass. Same heading, lateral separation, vertical cushion. But safe isn't a fixed number. 500 yards can be fine at one angle and terrifying at another. Visual signals back up the radios. A wing rock from the jet. I see you. A steady, non-jinking track. I'm not here to surprise you. On the ship, a signal lamp can flash plain English if the radios fail. Deck crews lash down everything loose. A low pass can rip off anything that isn't tied. One jet swings nose to beam, turning so the cockpit points straight at the ship. Then it banks left, staying clear of the bow wave. The second jet trails higher. Safety buffer. From the bridge, it looks controlled. From CIC, the numbers feel tight. Speed, 450 knots. Altitude, stepping down. CPA, shrinking toward 500 yards. The ship repeats, calm and measured. Maintain safe separation. 2 count. Silence. No reply on guard. The jets keep coming. If the next move is a clean parallel escort, everyone breathes. If it's a low crossing pass, the room gets very small, very fast. This is where close calls get made. The lead Su-30 drops lower, starts a shallow S-turn, left then right, eyeballing the ship without pointing straight at it. The second jet hangs high, buffer position. From the deck, you feel it before you hear it. From the bridge wings, the jet looks massive. Too fast, too close. Inside CIC, the updates come rapid fire. Altitude decreasing. CPA 500 yards, 480, 460. The air controller grips his script, but the guidance is simple. Hold course. Don't invite surprises. Over the ship's PA, a calm voice. Stand fast. Secure loose gear topside, because a gust from a passing jet can turn a wrench into a projectile. Now the nose cross. That's when a fighter briefly swings its nose towards you mid-pass. At modest distance, it's routine. Pilots need a clean look. At close range, it reads as aggressive, whether they mean it or not. The lead Su-30 snaps nose to beam for half a second, then eases back parallel. Cameras roll, every frame logged, every second documented. Then, flash. 1, 2. The second jet drops flares. Bright magnesium bursts tumbling toward the water. They're defensive countermeasures, decoys for heat-seeking missiles. Over open ocean and daylight, they're not a weapon. They're a message. We're ready. Heart rates spike. The ship doesn't flinch. No sudden turn, no siren, no reaction. The close-in weapon system, Phalanx CIWS, stays silent. Its radar head tracks, ticks, doesn't threaten. On guard in Channel 16, still nothing. That's when the order comes. Silence isn't surrender, it's control. When the captain orders emissions control, MCON, the ship cuts its voice to bare minimum. No chatter, no transmissions, no noise. The destroyer becomes a metronome. One course, one speed, one intent. Inside, the crew tightens. The helmsman rides tiny rudder corrections to keep the bow steady. The air controller logs every pass. Time, altitude, bearing, CPA. The tactical action officer keeps weapons warm, but not hot. Surface radar, up. Link 16, picture, fused. Weapon status, tight. Nobody fires unless ordered. Without radios, the conversation shifts to body language. The ship shows predictability, no sudden turns, no engine surges, no zigzags. A signal lamp sits ready, plain words that can't be misheard. Topside, sailors face inboard, no waving, no gestures that might spook the pilots. Even small things matter. A sudden movement, a camera flash at the wrong moment. Either can be read as attitude. The lead Su-30 banks in again. But this time it's different. Instead of cutting across the bow, it lines up parallel. That's a good sign. The wingman holds high and aft, classic escort position. As they level, the lead pilot gives a slow, deliberate wing rock. Bigger than before. Clearer. Translation, we see you. We're safe. We're done here. It's not an apology, but it's not a challenge either. You can feel the room exhale, but not relax. One pass is a message. 2 passes is a pattern. A 3rd pass is a problem. The destroyer keeps its rhythm. Same course. Same wake. If the jets peel off now, this ends as a tense footnote. If they swing back lower, someone rolls the dice, and nobody likes the odds. The jets ease into a shallow climb. Arc south. No more flares. No more wing rocks. The destroyer holds course another long minute, then quietly resets the radios. Normal traffic returns. Bridge-to-bridge calls with a passing freighter. Routine reports up the chain. The log is sterile and brief. 2 fighters approached. Closest point of approach approximately 500 yards. No damage. No injuries. No deviation from mission. That's the operational truth. The public truth splits in 2. U.S. narrative, unsafe and unprofessional intercept by Venezuelan aircraft in international waters, paired with steady deck camera footage, calm voiceover, timestamps, GPS coordinates. Venezuelan narrative, Defensive patrol near national airspace. Foreign warship operating provocatively close to sovereign territory, paired with cockpit footage. Dramatic music. Captions about sovereignty and defense. Each side feeds its audience. Each edit reinforces the story people expect to hear. For the crew, the takeaway is practical. They run a debrief. What worked? What felt tight? What could be clearer next time? Word choices on the radio. Spacing on the deck. Camera angles that show context, not just drama. Nobody treats a quiet ending as guaranteed. Quiet endings are earned. 10:15. KH-31 versus Aegis. Zoom out. The Su-30 isn't just a fast jet, it's a weapons truck. Open source intel shows Venezuela operates KH-31 anti-ship missiles alongside its Su-30 fleet. Range, 40+ miles. Speed, Mach 3.5. Warhead, 200 pounds of high explosive. These aren't fired from 500 yards. They're fired from over the horizon, where the fighter never needs to get close. The destroyer is built in layers. Layer 1, SM-2 missiles engage threats at 90+ miles. Layer 2, Evolved Sea Sparrow missiles catch leakers at 30 miles. Layer 3, Phalanx CIWS shreds anything that gets inside 1 mile. 4,500 rounds per minute of 20mm tungsten. Aegis stitches it together. Tracks appear. Threats get prioritized. Weapons get assigned. Decisions happen in seconds, not minutes. On paper, it's a fortress. In practice, close passes are still dangerous because they compress judgment. Less space to read intent, less time to correct mistakes, more cameras to turn a twitch into a headline. So how do you cool the temperature? Predictability, pre-agreed altitude floors, lateral offset standards, a clear ICU sequence, wing rock, parallel pass, climb away. Hotlines between command centers prevent routine patrols from turning into PR battles. Small things matter. Publish the geometry you'll accept, then follow it every time. Consistency is its own deterrent. The safest encounter is the one that looks boring on video. That's the goal. Stay predictable. Hold steady course and speed unless safety demands otherwise. Announce any course change first. Radio discipline. Keep calls clean. Use short, plain English on guard and channel 16. No slang, no speculation. EMKION protocol. When ordered, cut non-essential transmissions immediately. Switch to signal lamp and standard visual signals. Track the geometry. Log every pass, time, altitude, speed, closest point of approach. Note any nose-across maneuvers or flare events. Deck safety. Lash all gear. Clear personnel from wind blast areas. Face inboard during low passes. Weapons posture. Weapons tight. Verify the permissions chain before any posture change. Camera discipline. Use wide shots that show relative position and context. Avoid tight crops that distort distance. After action. Immediate hot wash. What wording worked? What spacing felt tight? Any mixed signals to correct? For intercepting pilots, parallel passes, not crossing. Maintain lateral and vertical separation. Avoid jet wash over the ship. Wing rock and hold. No sudden jinx at close range. No flares near the deck unless operationally necessary. Climb and depart with a gentle turn that clearly signals, we're done. Intent. Keep the encounter boring, predictable, and safe. That's a win. 2 jets, 1 destroyer, 60 seconds that could go either way, 500 yards of ocean, and a razor's edge between protocol and chaos. This is how modern naval encounters stay cold. Steady hands, clear signals, no surprises. Because the alternative isn't a headline, it's a body count. If this changed how you see close calls at sea, hit subscribe and share it with someone who loves naval aviation and maritime ops. There's a lot more to come. Keep watching.